Quick rundown on what I've done so far on the program. The last thing I did was being able to put the dates of the occurrence. Say this is this week. If I wanted last week, come here and it puts last week's dates. That's a calculation using a couple of things. Mainly what I used was I don't know if you know how to search dates between you're doing a find, but that's a calculation that I put up there, and you can actually search any date you want to here. What else? It's got if you click on the right side, I haven't got to do anything. I'm going to make it so it'll copy that in case you can use it somewhere, because this needs to never be changed. But if you want to find out what's going on a job in an instance, you can look at it this way. This gives you all of the dates that it was worked. We've got permission to go over. It went over by a lot. So the purple here shows that it's an old date, so it's out of reach. You shouldn't be able to sign it. But if you go to this week, you'll see there's anything that's happening on the day. Like this is the 27th, so anything that's happening that day will turn green right here. Speaking of green, when you're done with a job, you can click on anywhere in that line and just click down here at the bottom, done, or canceled, or postponed, and it flags it to be archived. Job notes you can quickly put here. I had a little square at the bottom, but it was kind of getting in the way. I can bring it back whenever I'm doing some editing if I need it. A message to anybody. When there's a message, this will pop up, and it'll stay there until you okay it that you've read it. All the M1s were sent from AT&T are here. Let's see, A85. So if I want to read anything on the specs to make sure that they match what we wrote down, because we're not given it in a Excel format. We're given it in a hard copy. We have to transform it over. And I've just recently added these buttons so that you can quickly get rid of the M1 in case you don't need it, or in case it's the wrong one, because you can't come over here and get rid of it. If you right click, it doesn't do anything. So for other areas, I haven't, well, so this menu here, I've got this menu pretty much set up, but as you can see, I only have a few buttons that are open and work. So if we want to go to the drop box and view what M1s we have on file, I already have the file open down there. There it is. So there's all the M1s on file, just in case you want to look at each individual one. So as you know, there's the menu, and then there's the search, and then you do things like find duplicates, because somehow they end up with duplicates. Another thing that I've added is, let's see if I've done all of these. This end date, if it's like a couple of days or 4 days or 6 days, instead of looking at a calendar, you just click calculate end date, and it will give you how many days this thing is supposed to happen. You can look at all the postpones, all the canceled, and all the completed by clicking this, and it'll instantly show all those files. I haven't put a button up yet, but if the office needs to look at anything, they like to look at it in a spreadsheet format. So we can go here and look at everything, or here. But I've got to figure a way to make these fields colored. I haven't worked on that yet, like I've done the first one. This is completely different. So, but I'm going to eliminate this up here. This is the FileMaker dashboard. Don't need it really. It takes up too much space. So basically that's it. Other than I've made a special main menu for everybody. View, and there's a script that say that to close that immediately in case I left it open. And contacts, whether it be AT&T, the contractors, or the CFOs with AT&T. It's all right there. When we want to turn the jobs over, we can click this. It'll be a one-click kind of deal. Timesheets can be done here. They'll be automated. I don't think there'll be very much editing to do. And then turn over finished jobs. So, and then a quick glance, you can find out what's getting close. Because if you let jobs sit too long, AT&T don't want to pay you after 45 days. So basically, that's it.